Welcome in, Hawks fans. It's your boy Bryce Lewis back at it again for your Atlanta Hawks wrap up. And we're coming off a disappointing loss tonight. Simple as I can put it to you. 135 to 124 to the Orlando Magic tonight, going down. I mean, there's a lot to really get into in this game. And, I'm not really going to go too much in depth and what happened. I will highlight a few things. DeAndre Hunter had 20 in the second. Other three quarters, 5. I mean, it's not the best in the world. Trae Young, another inefficient night. He had 16 assists, so he was getting the ball to people, but still was inefficient. Still hasn't been the Trae Young of old that the Hawks need. AJ with 15 tonight, Capella with 16 and 6. Bogey gave us 17 off the bench. Okongwu for double-double, 15 and 11. Outside of that, other three bench guys who played tonight, Justin Holiday, Trent Forrest, and Culliver, gave you a combined 8 points and 6 rebounds and 5 assists. I mean, they're the reason that these guys have been at the end of the bench. Pretty much right now, letting up a 50-point first quarter is just completely unacceptable. It's just unacceptable in this league to let up 50 points in the first quarter. Clearly, that shows you weren't ready. You weren't prepared to come and play. You weren't ready to go out there and play against some of the best players in the world. Regardless if they're bad in NBA terms or not, these are some of the best players in the world because it's the NBA. And we didn't come out to play. Well, 50 in the first quarter. Only scored 22. So you already had that big of a deficit to overcome just trying to get back into the game. Well, Hawks end up 124 points, but Orlando scored 135. So just not good at all. Orlando shot over 50% from the field, shot 44% from 3. I mean, what can I tell you? I mean, that's just not a lot there. Bobo was out here having highlights against this. You'll see in this video, Bobo was out here going crazy. I mean, listen, I'm a fan of Bobo. I think Bobo, hey man, Bobo, hey man. Yeah, say man, do what he need to do, man. But obviously when it happens against a team you like, you hate it. And realistically, bro, I'm just gonna keep it real with you guys. I mean, from what I've seen from this team, man, Chris Haynes had talked about it earlier on his stream on Bleacher Report about dysfunction within the organization, within the team. Dysfunction with Trae Young and Nate McMillan. Obviously, John Collins probably wanting to be traded because he doesn't feel like he is a great fit in Atlanta right now, especially the way they use him. And I just feel like, realistically, man, we're sitting here, we're trying to do what we can to be successful, but it just feels like something's off, something's wrong with this team. This is giving me a lot of last year of Lloyd Pierce vibes. We started off 3-0. I think we started 5-2, 5-1 actually that year. We beat Brooklyn, was the high during that point. And that was when Brooklyn came together for the first time. So we were like, oh my God, Brooklyn's going to be a championship team. And we beat them back-to-back, 1-1, split it. And then we just fell off. And we were like 14 and like 20 going in All-Star break. And, it went from vibes to just what happened to this team. And that's what's kind of what it feels like right now. We're now under 500 at I think we're 14 and 15. I could be wrong. We are actually 14 and 15. 14 and 15. Like I said, just not working. It's just not working right now, and it's tough, man. Like we shouldn't have these okay. It's a long season. Obviously, losing to Orlando is not crazy. I mean, listen. Magic gonna lose to a team they have no business losing to. I mean, not Magic, Warriors. Warriors are gonna lose a team they have no business losing to. I think they lost to the Pacers tonight. So, I mean, listen, it happens. But, the way we lose games is just, it feels like it's blown leads or we just don't play well. It literally is not like both teams played, really good basketball and we just didn't make the shots at the end. It wasn't like the first time we played Milwaukee this year, where it was just a back-and-forth game and Milwaukee was able to pull away at the end. Literally, it feels like now when we lose games, is we're either getting blown out, or or we blow a lead. And I feel like that is so much of coaching with the dysfunction you hear. That could be locker room. And I have to ask the question: do these guys enjoy playing together? Do these guys like playing together? Like really? That's a real question. When you have dysfunctional teams, there's the question: do you like playing with one another? Do you like going out there night after night with them guys and saying, I'm going to give my all for this team to make sure we win? Because it feels like just a lot of shit's not working right now, man. And that's the frustrating part about watching Atlanta Hawks basketball. just inconsistency across the board. The most consistent player we've had has been Clint Capella and Bogdanovic. That's been our most consistent players. Bogey, since he's been back, outside of that first game, has pretty much been solid. Clint has been Clint. I mean, Clint, he's just expected to rebound, block shots, and if he can get 10 plus points, that's a bonus because all they ask him to do is get easy hours. And he does it consistently. I mean, listen, I know we're down DeJounte, I know we're down John, and I know it would help if we had those guys. But literally, it's like, even with them there, like, it still was weird. Like, we still weren't playing smooth. It still felt like there was dysfunction. It felt like it wasn't natural and everything under the sun. I mean, I don't know what has to happen. Maybe it is strictly all Nick McMillan. Maybe we just need to fire Nick McMillan, and then we'll get this team back on the right track. You know, I see fans giving up on Trae Young. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, Trae Young needs to be better. Trae Young needs to be better than what he's played. I agree with that. I will continue to push that he needs to play better, and he knows he needs to play better. But at the end of the day, you can't forget what he did the first 4 years of his career. You can't just act like that never happened. He didn't just stop being able to score the basketball. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's just not checked, if he's checked out. I don't know if he's trying to change his game because maybe when we're fully healthy, it doesn't call for him to get 30 and 10 a night, so he's struggling to change, which is also affecting his shot. I don't know what it is with him. I mean, obviously, I want Trae to be better. And like I said, Trae knows he needs to be better. Trae dad knows he needs to be better. I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, Trae put in the work to try to get better every day, and then all you can assume is that he will eventually get better. You know, and I wonder what DeJounte thinks of this whole situation. Like, he's coming from a situation where, as much as whatever the situation was with San Antonio and how things ended and everything like that, he learned how to play basketball through Greg Popovich in that system and culture they had in San Antonio, and now he's came here. Clearly dysfunction. There wasn't really that much dysfunction in San Antonio. Clearly they had an established culture. Do we really have an established culture? The culture for the Atlanta Hawks is Trae Young. That's the culture. That's literally it. That's the culture. It's Trae. You know, we have a coach who people consider one of the worst in the league compared to a lot of other coaches in the game. I mean, you know, maybe that's why we're struggling. Maybe that's why we're coming out flat like we did in the first quarter nights, letting up 50 points. I mean, if we're 29 games and you're under 500, I'm thinking the front office. Listen, they said Jeff Schultz released an article, I think a week or two ago, said Nate McMillan safe. Listen, they were fourth in the East and we were 3 games over 500. Now we're a game under 500 since that. We are 1 game under 500 with our record. So is Nate still safe? If this continues and we continue to lose, you did not just trade 3 unprotected draft picks, first-round draft picks, to be under 500 with DeJounte. Listen, I get it. Injuries have played a huge part in why we played. The Memphis game Monday, I said it. I mean, listen, Memphis is built to win without John Morant in the regular season. We're not built to win without Trae and DeJounte because that's who our entire team is revolved around. But at the end of the day, you got to listen. Ownership got to take, you know, they have to take blame for some of this because the whole salary cap thing is just crazy to me that you're just like, we're just going to leave an empty roster spot available because we don't want to pay luxury tax. If you're trying to compete in this game, you got to pay luxury tax. I'm going to keep saying it. I hope Tony Ressler hear it. Tony Ressler wants us to be able to win without paying luxury tax. And then if we make it to the finals, okay, now I'll pay luxury tax. You can't win like that. People talk about trade, maybe want to request a trade. I mean, we play like this, maybe. I mean, dang, like, it's just not good tonight, man. Like, we're entering a soft part of our schedule, and now we're losing to Orlando. We play Charlotte, who just beat us, I think, was it game 3, game 4 this season without LaMelo and like 2 other starters and players? I mean, shoot, as far as I know, we can't look at it as an easy game. Play Orlando again next Monday. Then you play Chicago and Detroit. I mean, the way we play, we could easily go 0-5. I mean, you obviously don't think that's going to happen. But like the way we play tonight, why wouldn't you? So we gotta be better, bro. That's just as simple as I can put it to you guys. We gotta be better at the end of the day. We gotta be more consistent. Everybody needs to get on the same page. We have 4 guys: AJ Griffin, Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, and Bogdanovic, who can all score 20 plus a game. All of them. and and I guess DeAndre Hunter too. But it feels like the offense is just not in sync. And then it's weird because last time I checked, I don't know if it's changed. Shoot, after this night, it might have changed. We were 8th in defensive efficiency. But a lot of people feel like, we don't play like we're 8th in defensive efficiency. It feels like we're still 20th sometimes, the way some of these defensive performances go. Because sometimes the Hawks get into an early lead, playing good defense, scoring the ball, and then they go cold and they can't stop a fly. And then it's just like, whoa, what happened? You know, and so, I mean, to me, I'm convinced, man. And I don't even see, the thing is I don't even want to say that we need to trade everybody, because I don't even think it's something as much as that. I really just think something got to change. I feel like at the end of the day, Nate Mills going to be the fall guy, because, I mean, if you're going to make a change in season, that's kind of who has to be the fall guy. I mean, because we traded for DeJounte, we have to remain committed to him and Trey. I mean, you don't trade for that and then get rid of Trey. You got to remain committed to those two. You just got to figure out everything else around them. So we just got to figure it out, man. That's as simple as it gets tonight. I mean, we just did not play good basketball tonight. We did not play good basketball in Memphis, even though we had injuries. We haven't been. I mean, literally, think about it. We won on a buzzer beater against the Bulls. I mean, remember when we had a buzzer beater against the Raptors? I think we lost 3 straight after that. Like, the way we're playing, man, it's not good. It's just no rhythm. There's no flow. It just feels like there's a lot going on that just, there's something going on. All you hear is dysfunction with the team. And literally, I think it may be affecting the play of the team. It really may be. I mean, even with injuries tonight, I think we should still have enough to beat Orlando. But at the end of the day, I also know too, hey, we should have a better end of the bench. It's just we're hesitant to sign another guy who may be able to contribute. So now Bogey and Okongwu did their job tonight. We had 3 other guys who don't need to be playing a lot of minutes. Justin Holiday, I've been saying get rid of him. Culver is good in spots. I don't think he's someone you can play a ton. You know. Trent Forrest, I mean, I said it last review wrap up. Like, he's fine. Like, he's a good defender. I don't think he needs to be playing major minutes for you, though. Like, I mean, Trent, to me, shows me, you know, he's not ready to play at this level in big stages and big minutes. I mean, if it's okay to play Trent as a third PG, I don't think he needs to be our backup point guard. I think we've been trying to fix the backup point guard for years. Closest thing we've gotten to having that fixed is Lou Williams. And he wasn't even a true point guard. We still need a backup point. Because Aaron Holiday is out of the lineup. He's only playing because we've had injuries. So, I mean, there's roster construction issues, ownership issues, player and coach issues, all types of dysfunction. There's just a lot going on right now. We got to figure it out. I mean, you know, we're at a very major point in this season right now if you're the Hawks. You are entering game 30. Game 30 against Charlotte. You have 50 games left. Still plenty of time to turn this complete season around and get back to playing what basketball that you would expect to play with the talent that we have. But if by All-Star break we do not fix this problem, I feel like heads are going to roll. If we are under 500 by All-Star break, heads are going to roll. Nate's gone. I don't see how you justify keeping him. Something's going to happen. JC probably is definitely gone. I don't blame JC. Like, listen, at the end of the day, whatever your opinion on John Collins is, you cannot sit here and tell me that we have used John Collins correctly and he just didn't play well. You may want to sit here and say it's because you don't think he's that good and that's why he doesn't get used. But there's so many teams in this league that thinks if we get John Collins in our system and our culture and our team and our coaching, he'll be better. And John clearly knows that too. That's why he's won in this trade. He hasn't said it himself, but it's clear people who's been telling you about John Collins and the trade request, they know it's because he does not feel like he's used correctly. I mean, and that's as simple as it gets right there. So, Hawks got to do some soul searching. You know, like I said, we have games coming up that are winnable that we will probably be favorited in, as we should be. But the key is, how do we come out and play the game? Don't play well. I don't know what to tell you. You know, we lose to Charlotte. I mean, you're losing to bad teams now. I mean, management clearly is going to be pissed off, as they should be. So we got to figure it out, man. So I know this wrap up turned into a bit of a rant, but I just want to give my opinions on what's happening with the squad right now. Because, you know, I'm seeing people on Twitter talking about below the team up. Because everybody's just like, what is happening? We're going through last year again. And we added a player that we thought was going to make us better than DeJounte Murray. We thought we were a better team. Last year, we thought we were one of the deepest teams in the league. That ended up not working for us. This year, we got the best backcourt in the league. That's not working for us. I mean, it's just like, yo. Literally, and this is just the last thing I'll say, is like I said, if you feel like there's talent on this team and we're not reaching expectations, Nate McMillan's going to be the scapegoat. He's going to be the guy who gets chopped. Because it's like, why do we have all this talent and we're 14 and 15 and getting blown out by Orlando? Letting up 50 points in the first quarter to Orlando, if we have that kind of talent. Now, listen, the NBA has been a little weird this year. The Heat have struggled. The Warriors have been up and down. A lot of teams that you thought were going to be good haven't been playing that well. Maybe the teams that we thought that were going to be good are just better than what we expect. It's the NBA. This happens year to year. But right now, if you're the Hawks, man, like, I feel like if you're a playing team again, like, that's not acceptable. And tonight's performance is not acceptable. So, we got to bounce back, get ready for, like I said, the Hornets coming. We're going to Charlotte. And we just got to get ready to bounce back, man. So that's as simple as I can put it to y'all. I'll see y'all next time. I'll keep up. Subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Brycey_2K, for all your Hawks takes. Hopefully we turn this around and get back to where we need to be as a team. So I'll see you next time.